Hello, welcome back. Message from Calum. If anyone wants to kill 12 Ryujins, they'll be hanging around in 131 Piranha for what is presumably another turn. Have fun. Also feed me water gems. Yeah, we got attacked in 131 Piranha this turn. So you get to watch that. Dark Knowledge Find nothing. Celestial Rainbow was cast successfully, which is very fun. Did some Tengus, Cave Drakes. Lemuria and Vetiheim both have new prophets. Didn't lure anyone into the sea. Found one enemy mage and killed it with strands, and found 4 pots of gold with rainbow, 458 gold. Nice. Battle in Piranha. So, this game has been paused for about a week. Don't remember exactly what's been happening. But we were sieging a fortress, and it looks like Calum has taken the opportunity to try and break siege. Pretty evenly matched, it looks like, in terms of numbers. Lots of casters over here in the middle. Some earth, air, and death casters. We have some dragons and Tengu and stuff. Looks like he is flying immediately. I believe we were also flying immediately with some of our stuff. Now we got some pillars of fire, got some flaming arrows. We're chewing through his weak stuff pretty quickly. In fact, these guys are routing already, which is quite good. And most of our stuff is still upright. There's some skeletons coming in. Orcs at the front. And the important stuff over here with the ice lancers and stuff are hitting our Sohaes, which is fine, I suppose. More pillars and bone melters. Pretty good. Now. We do start getting hit by gifts from heaven here. You can see this one is about to hit an archer, and also some Ryujin. World record fastest gift unwrap. Does get obliterated, unfortunately. Could have been worse, that guy didn't have many items. But yeah, it's kind of hard to survive a meteorite landing on your face. Even for a region. So I'm not sure who cast that exactly. I guess there's some sort of astral... Oh, maybe this guy. This Adept of the Iron Order with gifts from heaven above his head. Or this one. Yeah, so lots of gifts of heaven in this battle. And yeah, we didn't really fly much since he flew first. Here's another Ryujin, unfortunately. However, our Ryujin are killing a lot of dudes. So we've rocked his army pretty quickly. So now it's just the slow process of walking forwards. Our mages are also all on advance and cast spells pretty much, so they tend to move up and start casting useful stuff. Oh, looks like our flying units are already cleaning up the back lines, I missed that. But, well, the story of this battle has already been told pretty much. Good try. But not good enough. So we killed 162 things, we lost... Well, we lost a couple of Tengu, about 26 Tengu, and 4 Sohaes. That's about it. The big losses were 3 Ryujin, unfortunately. But that could have been worse, you know. Quite a few meteors landing on us. Could have been worse. That's the verdict. And the good news is, of course, this is pretty much all that Calum had left, so... that's probably it for them. We just need to walk into the capital now. So, I'm not going to complain. Next we saw 2 battles between Bogoris and Gotha. One was Wachi, just some Agarthan stuff walking forwards. Then one was slightly more interesting, with Bogoris walking into a fort. So Gotha are a bit outnumbered here, and a bit outmatched, given that yeah, Bogoris's god is back here. Death Explosion's pretty funny. I don't think they have many sacreds there, right? Only the things I can't remember the name of. But not very good sacred units. Yeah, and this isn't much of a battle, unfortunately. So Gotha is running away already. They have decided, you know what? It's not worth it. We have up Light of Northern Star now. But yeah, this battle was over before it began. That's a cool looking unit. Scopets. Oh, this guy's a priest. He's on exploding duty. Well, I guess that's technically a battle. Gotha loses 9 more mages, 76 units total. And Bogoris loses, well, 3 mages, which is surprising. But, oh well. Not really a big deal. So that is this fortress here. Our border. So that situation has been resolved. Yeah, we found 1 mage and killed it, found 4 pots of gold. Pepper Plain, we lost some dominion. Okay. And Borewoods, we got 15 defense, which is kind of cool, I guess. Maybe that'll be useful someday, I'm not sure. Thaumaturgy will be right in 3 months. Or the stars will be right for Thaumaturgy in 3 months. And Perenna's open. And that's it for messages. Yeah, so, good news, we now have Strands and Celestial Rainbow. And I think I mentioned already, we are on Dom 10 now, right? I seem to remember that, yeah. So we'll keep going with Temple Spam. And maybe one day we'll be wishing for Dominion too, which would be quite funny. And over here we should be getting quite strong Dominion soon as well. We got Temple, 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 Throne, Throne, Prophet. So there's an awful lot of Dominion over here. I just need to, I mean, what's Calum down to now? 7 Dominion? Yeah, this should all start turning white pretty quickly. It'll certainly turn white pretty fast once we kill Calum. Looks like this province is neutral at the moment too. This Agarthan province is 1 white, this is neutral. Yeah, it would be nice to start pushing Dominion into Agartha if we want to walk at them next. Which will be the plan. For now though, right. We'll try and put Calum under siege, and also going to storm Perenna. So I'm storming with what's left, which is, you know, still the bulk of the forces, really. Some lines of archers, lines of Soes in the front, a couple of cave dregs right in the front, sharks right in the back, bunch of Tengu in the middle getting buffed. And yeah, the mages are all just on do some stuff, then cast some spells, and then walk forwards and cast more spells. Nothing crazy because the fort is probably empty now. Yeah, we should just take this with no problems. And this will be under siege, then we'll knock over this in 1 turn, take this, move back over to Calum. Or the other way around, I'm not sure. But that's the plan anyway. Yeah, we have what now? 582 siege strength here, plus 184, and I think we have another Gate Cleaver in the treasury? Yeah. So I think that should be enough to knock these over in 1 turn. We'll see. Could always make another one if we really need to. But we should be able to just knock them over quickly and then, yeah, finish off Calum. And there is still an Oracle in Calum's cap, which is not great. So, I'm doing 2 things. First up, I'll show off first of all what I'm attacking Calum with. Water Lilies, basically. The stuff that was just lingering in Dragon Point is now being pressed into service too, so these guys, not sure if they're going to do much, but I've just got a couple of Tengus, a bunch of Water Lilies, and lots of Ryujin who are doing some spells. So we'll just try and put this under siege. Hopefully that's successful. I now also have this Skull Staff on this guy, who I should probably name this guy at some point. He's going to cast Ghost General. I don't know what this is, but it looks like it's a replacement for... Oh no, it's not. We've got Bane and Banelord. It appears between them. It looks like some kind of... something that's between these 2 spells. I'm going to go ahead and make a Ghost General though. Worst case scenario, he's a better leader for these undead troops. I'm a bit nervous about our undead leaders having... Well, they're both just Mound Kings, you know? If they die, these undead units just retreat or dissolve or whatever. I don't want to lose all the whites randomly. So first up, I just want a good undead leader. So we'll see if the Ghost General is any good. Secondly, I'm going to turn this guy into an anti-construct thug. So over in Lowmark, I'm forging some Wing Chews to make him flying. 2 smashes, so he can dual wield smashes. I'll give him a Crown of Lead for some magic resistance, Amulet of Anti-Magic for some magic resistance, and then we've got a Rainbow Armor in the treasury already. And I think I'm also making him another Amulet of Giants too. Somewhere. This guy. So he'll have 6 pieces of gear next turn when we summon him. And fly over here. And hopefully smash up the Oracle one day. That'll be the plan. Also going to take the opportunity to forge a winged helmet too. So Mergos here has been given the Ring of Wizardry to forge one of those. I did say I was going to save up Urgems to do the Dai Tengu spell, but, well, it'll just take a few more turns, I suppose. So those are still the plans over here. I feel a bit safer now that we've got our 2 globals up. We just need the Dominion to take advantage of them. But I am still going to hit Utavania this turn with Fires from Afar. So, yeah. Oh, Flames from Afar. Flames from the Sky, I should say. Is that the correct spell? Yeah, Flames from the Sky. So Flames from the Sky is getting cast on Utavania, just in case, you know, Pythium tries to do the same thing he did last time. Bounce into my stack and kill it. So we'll just gut this army while we're storming Perenna. You know, just a bit of safety, why not? I think that's fine. And then I was thinking we should probably empower one of our Death Mages in Fire so that we can forge our own Skulls of Fire. It's probably a good idea. So I might save up 50 Fire Gems next to do that. It would be nice to be able to put up Firestorm easily. And that is kind of a difficult spell to cast. Requires F6. So we have F2 mages easily. With Phoenix Power they are F3. With a Skull it'd be F4. And then we could also give them like a... well, they could have an Elemental Staff. Or they could have a Power of the Spheres shield. I'm actually moving one of these guys over towards our Steel Ovens to forge one of those. What's it called again? Crystal Shield. So this would give you +1 in all of your magic paths. So we just need to get to, I think, F5. Then we could spend an additional gem to cast it. A bit expensive, but... yeah, it's kind of a hard spell to cast if you only have F2 on your mages. Boone could cast it a bit easier, but even so, it's still kind of difficult. Yeah, I should probably empower someone in Fire to someone in... one of the Death Mages in Fire to make Skulls a bit easier. That's quite a good boost though. And, well, we'll need that going forward. Acid Storm is a lot easier for us to cast. So yeah, pretty much all of our Fire region can do that trivially. If you could put up Firestorm and Acid Storm and then put Army of Gold on our armies, that'd be really sick. I would like to be able to do that. So over the next few turns I'm going to try and put together armies that can cast all of those big spells easily. So I have another E3 Master Shugenja here who's casting Transformation this turn. I want to see if we can turn this guy into a better chassis. Be our next Army of Gold caster. That's the plan anyway. This Army of Gold caster down here is like... I mean, he's got super items now. He does only have 8 morale, which is a bit concerning though, so I might try, when this guy's done his duty over in this region of the world, I might start trying to transform this guy next, see if we get a better chassis. 8 morale is a bit scary. But that's more or less it for this turn. Just putting Calum under siege with the Water Lilies, putting together an Oracle killing Thug, storming this, and flamesing this. And I'm also recruiting some H2 priests over here. I'm going to start preaching at these temples with H2s to really push Dominion in this region. These grey arrows are the scouts that were holding the mirrors for a while. They're going to start scouting Agartha's territory. And over here we've just got this guy moving over towards Tiffian, where I have started building another fort. So we'll have a third place we can recruit Ryujin out of, which would be really good. And I think we've got, in Zenthra, the other fortresses going up already. And I'm just moving priests around to put down more temples. And so far so good. And that's the turn. So things still going quite smoothly. I'm hoping this wraps up quickly. And yeah, next time we get to see how good this Oracle killing Thug is going to work, so fingers crossed it looks good. But that's turn 54, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back. Yet another message from Calum. Thanks, man, I'm glad you all are getting round to attacking Pythium, some 3 in-game years after we first talked about it. Lameo, get his ass, man, kick him down the stairs until his Hydras feel it, I believe in you. I know you can be the dark horse who wins this game. Not like this slacker Jomon who isn't even attacking my cap. Okay, well we got Alteration to 9. Still on 2k research as well. I've slotted in enchantment 8. Little change. I realised mass regen is probably a good buff for us to put up. Pretty easy to cast. Could summon another Morino Kami with a Thistle Mace to do that pretty easily. Should be pretty good. We'll do that, then we'll get some Thaumaturgy maybe. I mean, we've got a ton of research done. It's kind of cool. Another throne has been claimed, Throne of Life, by Mother Hydra, the once and future queen. That does mean that we are getting some youth, which is nice as well. Some Tengus, a Ghost General, Flames from the Sky, hit 25 units of Pythiums. Not a lot. It seemed like there was more I mean, well, I don't know. I don't know how many this is supposed to hit, I suppose. Did some transformation. This went very, very poorly. So Toshio's transformation went wrong, and Toshio's mind was seriously damaged. We turned into a feeble-minded foul spawn. So, really good stuff there. Fantastic. That's one of my, what do you call it? My E3 Chijunjas. Just turned into nothing. Wonderful. Did Voice of Tiamat on this lake over here. And 2 sites, which is pretty cool. I'll look at those in a moment. I didn't lure anyone to the sea, unfortunately. We're battling Runa. I can't remember if this is worth watching or not. I don't think it was. It is not. So some Gothan troops moving forwards. We have an Adept. We have some Servants. Yeah, just marching around. Moved on to Calum's Cap. Putting that under siege. I think this is worth watching because it turns out not only do water alleys that are, you know, units on the map, they don't turn into ice alleys on the map. They don't even turn into ice alleys in combat, apparently. They just stay as water alleys. So water alleys are supposed to turn into ice alleys in cold temperatures like this guy here. But I guess if you've pulled them out of a site and are walking them around the strategic map, they just don't follow the rules. They're just water alleys in cold skulls. Thought that was worth showing off because it's a bit odd. Besides that, not much to see in the battle. Lost a crossbow and a samurai archer. That's fine. Calum's Cap's now under siege. Also stormed Pirena. But yeah, this is empty, so not much to see really. Stick it on, fast forward. You can enjoy watching some projectiles, I suppose. Another correctly functioning ice elemental. Well, there we go. There's the fortress. Lost to Tengu, of course. They were a bit paper without some buffs. But that's another fort, another temple burned down. We found 2 mages and killed one of them. Found 469 gold. 4 pots, thanks to the rainbow. And events, we got a couple of gems in Genom. We got an ivory bow in Calum, which is cool. We got a bunch of gems, a little bit of gold, and a stone bird in Peskin. And a rawhide shield in Silverfangs. So, good turn for random free items, I suppose. Lost a scout. Finished upgrading our fortress. And started sieging Calum. And here's the map now. Surprising number of arrows, considering not much is happening. So yeah, we hit this thing with Flames from the Sky. Killed 25 things? I mean, I guess it's something. We also got our scouts covered here, so we can see 61 things patrolling at the moment, which is surprising. Some PD. I wonder why he's patrolling. It's kind of odd. Yeah, anyway. Right, so here we are now. Lots of red arrows, as I said. I'll cover all these sort of little miscellaneous movements so that you know what they are. This is a priest going to put down temples. This is a leader going over here to take over building this fort so that the region doesn't have to do it. This arrow that's planned is just moving a Tengu summoner to Zenthra. And I'm trying to get Tengu summoners in all these sort of edge forts, so we can always do that. And then I'll also put mirrors in all these forts as well. Like this one now has this mirror, so it looks a bit bigger on the map. Some more of these arrows are moving Tengus and Sohis over towards Mapito Cliffs. So you can see these 2 guys leading those units out, both carrying mirrors as well. So that'll look pretty big on the map. And up here we've got some death mages going out to look for sites as well. So this guy's going to go to Illwinter, search for sites there. Why not? I'll have you retreat. Probably unnecessary, but whatever. And Curtain Wall will get this guy with the staff. He can sight search there for death as well. And I think that's it for all of the little miscellaneous movements. There's this guy going over to Lowmark. And another Tengu summoner going over to Mapito. Yeah, I was thinking this guy could also make us some elemental staves as well. He has Earth Boots, it gets him to 2, and then he just holds the elemental staff and a ring of wizardry, and that gets him to 4 in both. Because we made 1 elemental staff with fire and water, but technically the air and earth ones will be easier because we make more of those gems. I was thinking maybe a good use of air and earth gems, honestly, would just be saving them up to make as many elemental staves as possible. Because they're such an efficient booster for our Ryujin. Because most of our Ryujin have 2 elemental paths, right? So I'm thinking of doing that. I might get 1 cast of Tengu off just to see what it's like. But then the rest of our earth and air gems I think we're just going to go into boosters for a while. Probably a decent idea. I am forging some earth boots this turn though. So I'll get that done. By the way, I'll cover these 2 things as well before I forget. Here's Toshio now, so he's a feeble-minded foul spawn. That's a total waste. Which is really unfortunate. We do have another E3 mage though down here, so I'm going to try transforming this guy next, see if he's any luckier. Fingers crossed. And also, yeah, we did Voice of Tiamat here. We found an Isle of Ice, which is 3 water gems, which is sick. That really boosted our water gem income. And also 1 more earth gem as well. So pretty nice Voice of Tiamat, actually. But yeah, I'm going to work on boosters, I think, over time now. I'm also tempted, yeah, like I said, to save up 50 fire gems and empower one of these guys in fire to make Skulls of Fire. Because that would be nice too. And yeah, we don't have any immediate need for fire gems, I suppose. Unless we need to start Flames from the Skying someone in a second, but we'll see. Anyway, besides that, we've just taken Perenna, and I'm just going to move on to Icton now. So, this army's even bigger now because it's got all the undead units as well. Currently, as we sit in Perenna, we're on 809 siege strength, and there's another Ryujin heading over, which is another 4 street siege strength. So, about 815 siege strength if we total up everything. So that should knock over forts in 1 turn. So we'll take care of this, and then we'll move on to Calum and take care of this as well. We summoned a Ghost General this turn. Here's Trashbag, the Shura. I'm not sure if this is a great chassis for killing an Oracle, but, you know, we're locked in now. He basically just has magic resistance gear, so if the Oracle does anything against protection, he's going to get hurt pretty badly, unfortunately. But if the Oracle does magic resistance stuff, well, he's got 21 magic resistance at least. And he has 2 smashes, which are going to hit really hard. So I think the plan is to just send this guy in with a bunch of Tengu, and they just fly on the Oracle, and this guy smashes it to bits. Fingers crossed that works. We're doing a bit of siege strength here with the water release. 130 already. So once we resolve Icton, we should smash this open immediately. And yeah, in the meantime, I'm going to work on getting more boosters out to get... Yeah, it'd be nice to have... Anytime we roll out an army, it would be nice to be able to do Acid Storm, Army of Lead, and maybe Mass Regen as well. That'd be pretty good. So I'll make sure I've got boosters to sort of facilitate that going forwards. And then we just have to think about what we do next. I think I probably will just try to roll over a Gotha quickly, while they're being kind of sort of smashed up by Bogoris. And then that might give us access to this throne. And then we can hit Bogoris and get after this throne as well. But we'll see. I'm sort of working under the assumption that we're very, very strong relative to these players. And then it's going to be a stomp. But it might not be. It might go really poorly. Which is possible, but we'll see. Who took that throne earlier, by the way? It was, Life? Ah, Atlantis has it, okay. Interesting. So we are the joint throne leader currently, me and Pythium. Interesting that Throne of Knowledge is still somewhere in the world. Unclaimed. Yeah, and Gotha has the Iron Throne, so we've seen his adept. So I have to assume this is Gotha's throne? He doesn't have any other throne access that I can see. So yeah, try and get the Iron Throne. Might be a bit of a reach, I don't know. But I'm still recruiting priests around here. We're going to get temples down in Perenna, Icton, and then Calum. And I think the idea is we just march a big stack in over these forts one after the other. And then we just push forward the line of priests that put down temples and reach up Dominion so that we have all of our cool Dominion effects. Seems reasonable. Also, how is Stingy still in the game? Please die. I just want to pick this up for free. Oh god. How close is this fort to being finished, by the way? Oh, 4 months remaining, okay. Still a while away. Alright, I think that's it for what I've been thinking of, though, and where we're up to. Anything else happening? We're doing like 3 rounds of Tengu summoning, forging some earth boots, and yeah, that's really it for stuff that aren't movements. I'm gonna get this wrapped up. Still 2 years from Cataclysm, so I think we're very strong at the moment. It's kind of tempting to march at Erythea, but because I haven't seen what they're doing, whereas I've seen the Gotha just losing constantly to Bogoris, so feels like it might be a bit safer. We'll see. Well, that's turn anyway, that's turn 55. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.